Okay. Yeah, obviously, just looking back on the film, just to close up shop from Tuesday, tough loss, no doubt about it. I felt like, and I give UT Martin tons of credit. I don't know, we got up 10, up 9, up 10 in that first half, and you're just ready to kind of bury him, and we just didn't finish the job. We took our foot off the gas, and what was the frustrating thing is I've warned the guys, whether it was 2 days before the game, the day before, and also in the huddle over and over, like, you got to bury him, you got to bury him, you got to bury him. You can't get. And we just started doing uncharacteristic things, that we hadn't done with our turnovers and those other things, some defensively fouling shooters. I mean, just stuff we haven't done. But hey, and everyone knows me. I'm a guy that looks at the glass as overflowing. So things happen for a reason. Whatever that happened for a reason. So we got to course correct. We got to get better. And we will get better. And again, it's a long season, a lot to play for. We're talking one game. We just got to get better. Yes, we got to get healthy, but we've got to continue to get better. So I think every time we step on the floor, people need to see, okay, we've improved, and if we can do that, good things will happen in the end. In regards to tomorrow versus Chattanooga, really good basketball team. Obviously won the NIT last year. Very well coached, and really good. Good players. They run a great system, shoot a lot of threes, make a lot of threes. So we got to do a great job defensively with great defensive discipline, and we'll have to be ready to compete at a high level tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Okay, so I know you said everything happens for a reason, whatever that reason may be. You did discuss on Tuesday how Sunday night there was kind of a wrench thrown in the plan around the point guard position. Going forward, regardless of who's running the point, what do you want to see?
Well, unfortunately, we were planning on Miles Shea to start on this past Tuesday, and he was practicing. He had great practice. I mean, we looked good with him. I mean, I was excited. Guys, I mean, it was good the way we were moving the ball and stuff. I mean, he's a really good player, and then Sunday night in our practice, we practiced in the evening on Sunday night. Just towards the end, about 3/4 done with practice, towards the end, he just walked off, and I thought he had walked off. He just walked off to sit down, and like 2 plays prior, he had made a turnover in practice. So I thought when he walked off to sit down, because he's a fiery player, I thought he was just mad at himself or something, and I was going to go over to, hey man, get back in. Turnovers are part of the game. And I went and he goes, Coach, my foot, and he just started bawling, crying, and Coach, I felt the same thing happened, And so I had to call the trainer over, and anyway, so I was like, because it wasn't like a little thing, I mean, you could just tell on his face, and so it was deflating because we had to stop practice, I had to reorganize practice, and we were almost done, and then I just kind of figured out. Of course, guys are seeing him get carried off on the boot, or put the boot on, so he had non-weight bearing. And then we had to kind of change on Monday to quickly say, okay, we know he wasn't going to play Tuesday now because of the situation. So, we had to figure out and change some other guys back to where they were, where we had them, where we didn't think we were going to need them, and move some things around. And so that being said, we've got to figure it out. Injuries are part of the game. I'm not making an excuse. It's just, unfortunately, it's just part of the deal. A couple of key guys are injured. And I signed 2 point guards this year, Isaac Williamson and Miles Shea. Unfortunately, both are out. And so it's, you need your point guards back. Miles Shea is going to be out for an extended period of time. We're hoping Isaac gets back at some point, and we need him back. And that will just help make everything that much better. But in the short term, until that all happens, we got to figure it out, and we will figure it out.
Coach, you mentioned that during your post game on Tuesday that you didn't recognize the team that played Tuesday night. What have you seen the last couple of days in practice to get back to what you saw?
Well, you see on the scores table there the balloons and stuff like that. I mean, we give each team 5 turnovers per practice, and you get 5, and after that you have to run. I mean, we had 22, we couldn't base out of bounds, entry passes, just wild passes. I mean, and I get it's not the greatest of competition, but we had single-digit turnovers versus Lincoln. We had, I think, 12 turnovers against Washington. 2 of them I thought were were moving screens that they shouldn't have been called. So really, you're back down to single, or we had 11 turnovers. So really, you're in single digits. All practice long, for all summer long, we've had literally, rarely do we turn it over. So that was just something that I hadn't seen. And some of the turnovers we had were very silly. Now, I don't know if that was from we were just out of sorts because we were planning to play with a certain way, and then all of a sudden, boom, we just, things got, discombobulated a little bit in 24 hours, and we had to move guys back to other positions and stuff. Again, that's not an excuse. I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out how do we have 22, why that happened. And then the second thing, fouling all the jump shooters. Like, that's just not what, I'm like,
3-point shooting.
yeah, just fouling like crazy. Maybe that, now I can look at that and say, because we didn't have officials, we had a couple officials, and we've been pretty aggressive with the way we practice, but maybe that's why, because we were fouling and not calling enough in practice. So hopefully we got that cleaned up. The biggest thing, though, all that being said, we got to stop fouling. We put them to the line 48 times, and then having 22 turnovers. If you have 18 turnovers and you don't foul, and you foul 2 times, not 5 times, on jump shooters, you probably win. Like, Kamani Hamilton needs to stay in the game. Like, he needs to be playing 30 some odd minutes for us, not 14. And that's, he has to stop fouling. He's got to protect his first foul. He's got to defend without fouling. He's got to be disciplined and sound. Our team, for us to be successful, we got to get healthy, but we need Kamani Hamilton on the floor. We need him on the floor for 30 some odd minutes. Playing 14 just doesn't do it for us.
I guess what's the next step for him on the defensive side of the ball
Yeah.
to be more efficient on the floor?
Well, 2 things. He's got to be in the game. So he's got obviously, if he commits a first foul, I probably got to get him out and let him say, hey, man, no more fouls. But like I told him yesterday, we're just on him like a hawk. He fouls in practice. Like, you got to have a penalty. We need him in the game. So the biggest thing is.
Do you think you played him more than maybe you should have with the foul trouble because of the injury situation?
Just so you know my history. I play guys. I don't save guys. Meaning, when guys have 2 fouls, I'm not big in saving them. I play them. Guys have 3 fouls, I save them. Guys have 4 fouls, I save them. So that's been my history in my entire coaching career. I'm not, I don't save guys with foul trouble. That being said, we are a different team with him on the floor and not on the floor. And in 3 games, Washington, Lincoln, and this game. Now, Lincoln, I sat him out the last 8-9 minutes of the game. He has had foul trouble. And he's had foul trouble at High Point in his previous institution. The numbers show it. So that is something I have to consider, that maybe I can't go on my theory of that I don't save guys. For him, it has to be a little different. And I just got to play that player. That's what I was saying. If he commits a first, I might have to get him right out. Because we are we can be a really good team when he's on the floor. But 14 minutes isn't going to do it.
So mentioning the bigs that came in for him, Tyron Jones and Jacob Benarbi, they gave you some great minutes off the bench. How valuable is that for going forward?
Yeah, and I also want to talk on Lodgy. You talk about Lodgy's first game. I put him in the lineup. Could that have, should I have waited to maybe let him go a game and get some minutes, and then the next game or 2 put him in the lineup? So you micromanage as a head coach every little thing anytime there's something, and I do this even when we win. Because I look at each game like. Sometimes when you win, you can take your foot off the gas, you lose, and you're over. I try to look at it just singular focus, game by game, and what went wrong, what went well, and then I got to really micromanage on certain things, on decisions. In regards to, I thought Jacob gave us really good minutes. He's gotten better now. He's improved, so it was great to see that. And then secondly, in regards to Tyron's going to be a big-time player. 2 things, though. One is he missed a lot of time during the summer and the fall because of his shoulder injury, which was key for him to develop, the development. So he really missed on that, unfortunately. And then secondly, I think by the time we get to Mountain West Conference play, he's going to be really good. But he is going to there's going to be ups and downs with him. Like, he was unsound in some areas that cost us some 3-point shots because he's just, he looks like he's playing hard, but he wasn't playing smart in a possession. He's just flying around with the wrong hand, gets us in rotation, and they get a 3. That's things where he missed for those 3.5 months. He misses out. So we're going to have to allow him to get through. We're going to have to allow him to play with some mistakes because, like I said, by the time we get to December, we need him to be really, really good, which I think he will. And that's where November is going to be for us. I think November could be choppy and rocky at times. I mean, that's just, we're going to be up and down. And I've said this, our North Star has got to be the Mountain West regular season and the Mountain West Conference tournament. And that's got to all build us to that. And because of the newness of everything and because of the injuries and getting guys trying to in and out, figuring things out, there's going to be some ups and downs during November.
Looks like Jacob really did give you a spark, though.
No, he was great. He had 8 boards. We needed more on the offensive glass. And Jacob's continued to get better. I'm really, really proud of Jacob. Really, really proud of Jacob.
After Tuesday, your guys really just kept going back to the fact that they just need to come together, get back to practice, course correct. What have you seen from this group's willingness to learn and to adapt?
We got a great group of guys. They're great dudes, good people, and they look. It's one game. Like, nothing's changed in our goals. I just want to remind everybody that, like, we're not going to snap a finger and things are going to happen overnight. There's going to be some highs and lows. Yes, we want to win every game. Yes, you want to win the Open. But again, we've talked about this a lot. I've talked about it a lot, publicly, privately. Like, it's about it's about conference play, Mountain West Conference. It's about the conference tournament. Like, those are big things for us, and nothing's going to happen just by snapping our foot. There's highs and lows throughout the season, as we all know. Everyone's good. Every team we play is good. Everyone's got good players. It's just a fine line of the game. And college basketball is different. I mean, we have 13 new players. We have some injuries, so it might take us a little time to gel onto the floor. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But I do believe this: once we can connect and gel, and whenever that light turns on, we're going to be really good, and our team is going to get better every time we step on the floor. That doesn't guarantee wins and losses, because that's out of my control, and I can't control the outcome. But I can tell you, your team, the city's team, will get better every time we step on the floor. And as we continue the more we play, the better we're going to be. That's just the reality of it.
Are you going to be watching Chattanooga play tonight against St. Mary's?
Yeah, I mean, I'll either watch it live or I'll watch it after.
It's kind of unique. They're playing a back-to-back without a tournament setting.
Yeah, I mean, they just, they wanted to come out west, and that was the only way to, I guess, for them to make it work. But yeah, I'll either watch the game live or after it's over, I'll watch it. Either one, but I will watch the game.
How do you take advantage of a team playing back-to-back like that?
I mean, I don't know if it's that, UNLV needs to get better, more so than and again, we got to prepare, and we'll be prepared for Chattanooga, but we've got to clean up and get better from what happened on Tuesday, so we're better every time on Saturday, and then whatever happens on Saturday, we got to get better for Tuesday, and Tuesday for Sunday, Sunday for Thursday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, continue on, because in our North Star has got to be the Mountain West. We got to gear to that, so when we get to Mountain West Conference play in that mid-December period, we're starting to peak and playing at hitting on all cylinders. That's how do we get to that point. And that's kind of where my singular focus is.
How do you expect the guys to bounce back tomorrow night?
Oh, I think we got a good group of guys. They'll bounce back. Listen, you saw, they're diving on the floor. They're diving in the stand. They're going to compete. That's not going to be an issue. We just got, they want to win. It's just, we had a lot of turnovers. And we were fouling jump shooters, stuff that we don't do. We just got to clean that up. We got to clean those things up, things that we don't do. So we'll get better. They'll respond. We had a good group of guys. We had high character young men and good people, want to be good around good people. And when you're a good person, you figure out a way to continue to get better. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.